B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K. We wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Your Nets fans is the best fans. How we always do the recaps. You know you could depend on, rely on Big Fan Crazy to do the recaps. I mean, after the game go off, we talk about the game. But I mean, Bleacher Report just had a report said that we got the number one pick, and we getting Darren Peterson. Ice in the chat. I did hear that from Ice. I did hear that, but when I heard it, I said, "What?" Darren Peterson, dude. So everybody is the general consensus that Yegor is not a point guard for the Brooklyn Nets in the future. The general masses has made their mind up about Yegor. The minute he is not the point guard for the Brooklyn Nets future, we just automatically gonna take Darren Peterson at the one, huh? Ice, you the one that hit me with the news.
Yeah,
What's the
bro.
word? How you feel about this draft? Brooklyn Nets number one pick. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good? I've been chilling, you know what I mean? Chilling, trying to figure some stuff out, you know what I mean? But yeah, the draft looking good, bro. The draft looking good. They got some nice players in there. That's why I tagged y'all in the new report, because everybody was worried about us winning 2 or 3 games and 4 games. Like, that's gonna make a big difference. It's really not.
That was John. That was John and Python. That was John and Python.
It's really not. It's really not. It's still early. You know, we play 80 games. You know what I'm saying? It's still early, but having us get number one pick right now, just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, the odds, how things look, it's good. It's good for the Nets. You know what I mean?
That's one way to look at it.
Go ahead, John. Bleacher Report. Report.
Respectfully, I don't buy much stock in Bleacher Report. They've put us in a lot of horrible mock trades in the past. So respectfully,
you won't buy. Hold on. So you won't buy stock in Bleacher Report, but you and Python could come on here and talk about why vital a Washington Wizards game is. Why you can't give him no credit, bro?
Hey, listen, if Jordy wants to boost his resume, beating all the bad teams purposely and getting us the 4th, 5th, or 6th best sides to get a Kareem Lopez, hey, that's what they want to do. But at the end of the day, we now have the 4th worst side, so there's no guarantee we're going to get Darren Peterson, a DeBoss, or Boozer. They could give us Kareem Lopez. They could give us this other guy, Dyson something. They could give us like the 8th and 9th pick if they want to. The one guarantee you have is if you get the worst record, you are getting a top 5 pick, unless the NBA really wants to screw us over. But other than that, the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, the team with the worst record gets a top 5 pick. May not be number 1, number 2, number 3, but you get a top 5 pick. And that's a better guarantee than winning meaningless games and screwing your future even more. We traded back for our own 2 picks from the Rockets to get 2 franchise guys. And now we're hoping and praying this organization finally gets at least one of those guys. But if you don't get either, it's one of the worst trades of all time we made with the Rockets, who, by the way, have our own pick, still have the Suns picks, and they have Kevin freaking Durant right now trying to win a title. So you can take that with what it is at this point. But let's be honest, this front office, until something changes there, are we really going to build anything long term?
I will take it for what it is. Yeah, I will, John. I will take it for what it is. If the Bleacher Report say that we got the number one pick, and I'm going off of my own eyes, Diego DeMin don't look like the point guard of the future. I'm sorry. He don't jump off the screen.
You were on my side a game ago when he played well. Now you flip-flopping, bro. Like, come on.
I didn't even finish my take. You talking about on flip. You talking about on flip-flopping. I didn't even finish my take. Bro, I'm looking at Diego DeMin for what it is, bro. Listen, when it come down to him developing, he developing slow. You know what I mean? And they playing soft. They playing him soft minutes. They gingerly bringing him along. And I noticed that. I recognize the minutes that the 1 through 7 is getting, and Diego, out of the first 1 through 8, he probably get the least amount of minutes than all of the players. So yes, that's my problem. My problem is that the Brooklyn Nets is not playing emphasis and stock into believing that Diego DeMin as the number 1. Him being at the 3, he don't have no advantage. He don't give the Brooklyn Nets no advantage. And the Brooklyn Nets have made it abundantly clear that their franchise player is a point guard. If it ain't Yegor Demen, if it ain't Nolan Traore, if it ain't Ben Sherrod, it's going to be Peterson or somebody. They feel that they cannot or don't want to build this team without a point guard first. That is the first in priority for the Brooklyn Nets. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed that Yegor Demen is coming along slowly. I'm keeping it real with you. It has got nothing to do with anybody but Yegor Demen. He's our first lottery pick since he's since we've been in Brooklyn. And in my opinion, I'm not comparing them to say who's like they're against each other. They on the same team. But Drake Powell looked like he should get more shots at the baskets than Yegor. You know what I'm saying? He should be just as aggressive as Yegor. But I don't want to see my point of saying all of this, John, is Yegor not being a point guard? It's disappointing. It's disappointing, bro.
Again, we want big results from our rookies. I'm glad that we've seen some very good positives from both Yegor and Powell. They should both be starting right now because there's nobody else that's giving the effort like they are to try to earn those future roles. Now, I would say this, getting Darren Peterson would be amazing. Everybody's giving this guy the Kobe treatment. I've seen some film on him. This guy is elite when it comes to scoring. It would be great to have somebody like that. But if you ask me what a need is for this team, getting a Boozer, DeBassa, or Caleb Wilson is a higher priority. I know MPJ and Clax are doing really well, filling up the stats and whatnot, but those two guys right now, Breeze, are making $60 million on our cap book right now. For right now, they're doing fine, but we saw it. MPJ is considering retirement potentially. Claxton, have we seen anything seriously different from Claxton we haven't seen in the last 6 years besides greatly improved free throws and better assist numbers? Like, I get people are happy with what they're doing as role guys, but they role guys in our front court right now. You have top wings in next year's historic draft. DeBassa, a Boozer, giving you stuff you haven't seen from a lot of college guys at wing positions. That is a priority for me right now, is that our front court is not in a position to compete against some of the best front courts in the NBA right now.
Bro, but hold on. But just slowing it down before we mix it up between front and back court, bro. If they can't put confidence in Yegor to be the point guard, for one, we had a disadvantage immediately. And we on a wing if we didn't get it right with the point guard, to your point. If we get it right with Yegor at the point, we could focus on AJ or any of these wings that you're talking about. Any that you're discussing, that could be the priority. I mean, it is the priority, but they got to make it right with Yegor at the point. Yo,
Jordy
in my opinion, it's a telltale. To me, in my opinion, it's a telltale sign that the Nets are not showing confidence in Yegor at the point guard. Devil's advocate in the comments talking about why I keep labeling him at a point guard. Bro, he's supposed to be the point guard. Like, he's supposed to do that. Yeah, you could play him at the wing and he could be a quote-unquote connector, but he don't have no real advantage at the small forward position. Everybody his height, or maybe taller. So, and they more physical than him. He's at a disadvantage at the small forward. And fans are acting like it's okay for Yegor to play the small forward. It's not. Yo, bro, I see how they moving his body out there, bro. I see them being more physical, going to the paint, giving him shoulder work. Bro, no, he shouldn't be the small forward. He should be the point. That's my whole stick with the Nets now, bro.
And I'm 100% agreeing with you that
the point position they make in the day. I don't get the. That's what I'm saying.
I'm 100% agree with you that he should be the point going forward. And we've seen some confidence the last few games. He is getting more in the paint, in the interior. He's made a few mid-range shots. He had a few blocks. He almost dunked on somebody. Like, we're seeing him let loose a bit more. The last game, obviously, we expected to see a bit more from Yegor, but that's what happens. He's going to have some good performances. He's going to have some bad performances. It's up to Jordy to give him that trust. The sad thing is he's putting the Tyrese Martins and Terrence Manns at point guard positions when neither one of them is a point guard. That's on Jordy. For him, he needs to give Yegor the full trust and confidence, especially in fourth quarters. The fact he's taking Yegor out in fourth quarters right now is despicable. This kid needs to learn high-pressure situations. There's nothing a high-pressure situation than a fourth quarter, but you're putting the Terrence Manns and Martins, guys who aren't point guards, and you're ruining the kid's progress and his confidence. Breeze, I'm not just agreeing with you. Yegor needs to be the point guard going forward, but Jordy's the one not giving him that confidence because he's not trusting him. Jordy needs to get his head out the sand, stop thinking he's Greg Popovich with a bad roster, and accept what he's got in front of him. But he's refusing to do that fully, and that's on him. If he gives Diego the full trust, we will be seeing a lot better results from him from a confidence standpoint. But anytime this kid screws up any of our rookies, he has to bench them. No, Jordy, do what every other taking team has the balls to do and push their rookies forward. Not do what he's doing right now with this Terrence Mann, Tyrese Martin BS, Breeze. That's the truth of the matter.
Bro, send this to CJ Holmes, man. Send this to the Brooklyn Nets. Send this to Eric Slater. Send this to those who got ears in the Brooklyn Nets organization. We need to be heard, man. Big fan for Easy Paid is not Jackie Diego. It's not acceptable. Y'all just want to do whatever and just act like we entertained. I, for one, am not entertained. I already feel like we're going to lose tonight's game. That's not entertaining, for one. For two, if we can't see the win for the fans, and that's the players being developed every game. Every game, fans are not accepting them playing less than 20 minutes or less. That's not acceptable. We need to see them playing 25 to 30 minutes if y'all want us to be entertained. Otherwise, bro, I'm going to tell you like this. If y'all send this to CJ Holmes, listen, I know somebody yesterday. This is a real story, real life story. He said, yo, you want the tickets to tomorrow night's game? I said, I got to work. He said, oh, I wanted to give it to you because I ain't going. I haven't been to a game all year. He said, I got season tickets. I ain't been to a game all year because he doesn't want to root for a team that want to lose. And on top of that, he can't even get excited about the rookies because they hardly play them. So it's all the way bad. They not putting out something that the fans want to see. Nobody's excited to see Terrence Mann at the 2 guard, especially when he replacing Cam Thomas.
Foul.
Like, it's just true, bro.
Like, this is the problem. If you play all these vets and you beat the Wizards, you beat the Pacers, you beat all the purposeful bad teams, and you get rewarded with the 8th or 9th pick, and guess what? These vets, they're going to be on different teams. This is the one thing I wish people understand. Look what Dennis Schroeder and Cam Johnson look like all-stars last year on the team. Look at them now. Their values are so damn bad that rookies in their first year are outbeating them. Like, yes, these vets in the past few years on Brooklyn have been on pedestals by our coaching staff to look more than what they are. They are role guys, and you're pushing them forward than your rookies. They get these meaningless wins. You get screwed in the draft. And what do we get out of this? Nothing. The best thing, like you just said, Breeze, at least if the rookies are playing, if they earn us these wins, which could screw us, at least they're earning wins and building development and passing development. But they will not if you keep putting roadblocks in front of them. Danny Wolf especially should be playing right now. But no, he has to gain experience by watching from bench. This is so ass backwards what this organization does. And me and Pod could say it's what blue in the face, but people like you and others do see it. This organization needs to wake up and get their head out of the gutters. Push development forward, get your franchise pick next year, and build a winning environment. Stop trying to do these short-sighted ways of short wins that don't get you nowhere. That's what we're trying to say right now, but nothing will change until Jordy and his front office get on the same damn page, or else we're going to get screwed historically next year and have nothing to truly build with.
It's only 2 games. It's only 2 games.
Nice. We beat Philly last year twice, and look how that turned out.
But that was later on. That was later on in the season. Right now, it's still early. The teams are certain teams are still trying to figure out if they're going to be bad or can they come back. Like the Pacers had a lot of people hurt, a lot of players hurt on their team. So they trying to figure out if they're gonna stay bad or they're gonna play up because they're capable of playing better without Halliburton. But they had all their point guards was hurt. Every last one of them, and a 2 guard. So you know what I'm saying? That's why everybody say they tanking. But now that their players are coming back, TJ's back, the 2 guard is back, Nimhard is back. You know what I'm saying? They had 3 main guys was gone, including Hallie. So they and the wing, I forget what his name is. He was hurt too. So they had like 5 guys out. They're gonna look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. There are over 13 teams potentially tanking with us: Kings, Pacers, Boston, Memphis, Dallas. The Clippers, the OKC has their pick, and this team, it looks so dead. And with an old-age roster before the month of November ends. Don't forget, the Pelicans were super bad. Hawks have their pick. They're over 13 or 14 teams right now, and there's some teams that don't even have to tank to get a top pick right now. And I get it, Ice, it's early, but if we beat all the purposeful bad teams, we do their dirty work, we get screwed, they get the top pick. That's what we're saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with that part because you can't let their blood pressure get raised when they're going to give the Atlanta Hawks the first pick and the Mavs the first pick. So to an extent, a fan can see they really do what they want to do. You feel what I'm saying? But my point is that we can control the rookies, or the Brooklyn Nets can control the rookies getting playing time. That's
right.
Like,
Right.
even if we can't control what pick we get, we could at least, at minimum, control the minutes that they get as players. But hold on, I don't want to be too long-winded because we got PC on the panel too. I want to start you off with this question from Range Rover though. He said Nets better not take no Peterson over Devonster. If the Brooklyn Nets got the number one pick, PT, would you take Peterson or Devonster?
I don't know. I'm not looking at those players anymore. I only look at guys going eighth. I don't look at those players anymore. I don't look at the top three. I don't look at the top five. When you see a pattern and you see that people don't learn from their mistakes, the same people who were saying it's early last year is saying it's early this year.
That's not true. Nah, that's not true. I'm gonna pull it up for you. I'm gonna pull up the stat. I don't know what's our record right now. I think it's like 2-11. After 13 games,
No.
yo,
who did you beat to get 2-11?
Two tanking teams.
You beat two tanking teams. You beat teams that let you win.
Ding, ding, ding.
You want to impress me? Beat the Knicks. One time out of 9. Beat the Knicks. You haven't beat the Knicks in preseason, summer league, regular season. Beat the Knicks once. You want to impress me? You a winning coach. You got coach. Every time you win, it's against teams that are tanking on purpose. What do you think Indiana got their first round pick back for?
Yeah, because they just in case they lost Hallie.
Fuck that, Justin. They're not playing no just in case.
Did
you see the rotations they used against the Nets? They made sure they lost.
Oh, they did. They did, man.
They made sure.
They still hurt.
Oh
They
my!
still hurt. They still got players out.
Yo, I don't look at players in the top 3, 4, 5 position because the Nets is doing exactly what they did last year. They're gonna you know how disgusted I feel when I see a coach celebrate after winning a game that the other team let you win.
Eesh.
That shit is disgusting.
Yeah, Jordy's bumping up that resume, man. Beating those bad teams.
Bro,
because the other team is looking at you like, yo, why your first round picks just sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But still, it's still 2 games. 2 games.
Who is this? I swear to you, there was guys looking at both Tyrese and well, not Zaire. Zaire is the lottery pick. But there's guys looking at Tyrese like, who the hell is this guy? Drake Powell.
Yeah.
I recognize you. You from UNC.
Who's
this guy? See, you can't start over this guy? Oh, shit.
Tyrese got there 8 months early. That's why, Pod. He has seniority now. That's why he's got seniority 8 months.
So, every time that kid get in a groove, they sit him down. He hit 2 middies, then they sit him down. Yo, Jordy's a character, boy.
Jordy's got imposter syndrome, man. He thinks he's Greg Popovich on this team. Like, you ain't that guy, bro. Like, you ain't.
You can't talk like Pussy Boots.
Again, we're not. No matter what, we're not going to be a good team. We're not. I thought 22 wins. We're not going to get to 22 wins. We're not going to even make it to 22 wins. I thought we would at least make it to 22 wins. We're not. See, there's a lot hold on, but there's a lot. I know y'all talking about the numbers in the tanking, but like MPJ got something to prove that he's proven. Tyrese being the tank commander got something to prove. He's proven. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got things to prove on the players got things to prove on their team that's proven, and they proving it. But at the same time, I know at the same time, we're supposed to be tanking the best way that we can tank. But if this is it, right? If this is the best way we can tank, and then you got Danny doing numbers in the G, and then can't get because Claxton is playing better, he can't get no real playing time. It is what it is with that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna win that many games regardless.
You just mentioned Tyrese Martin's a tank commander. Ben Sarath is a tank commander. You want to tank games? Throw that guy in. That guy can't even make a jump shot or a 3-point shot. That's a tank commander.
The point of that is when he go down to the G, he's putting up numbers where he can come up and play. So realistically, he's getting better at adjusting in the G and then coming up to the NBA, and he has to readjust again because him and Danny putting up 22 points a game. Like the G is too easy for them. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's too easy for Wolf. So Rath, this guy's just show me he can hit a jump shot or a 3-point shot before I can say it's easy for him. Danny Wolf, though, he's ready. Wolf is ready for this big shot.
He's been hitting those in the G. You know what I'm saying? The last game wasn't that good, but the first 2 or 3 games he put up like 22 points. You know what I mean? So to me, when you put up 22, he can average what he was getting, like 8 to 10 points. You know what I'm saying? That's all he need to do when he in the NBA.
What Jordy should have done is play his 2-ways yesterday. The E.G. Liddell, the Tyson Etienne. The perfect time to play your 2-ways. Like, why do we have 2-ways if we're not going to use them?
That I don't agree with because they have players to play. They have players to see if they're good. You need to see what Clowney and Danny Wolf look like. Or
they look good in preseason.
Yeah, they do. I do agree with that because I do think now that Claxton is doing what he does, I think Danny could play the 4. But Clowney is actually showing, you know what I'm saying, that he got more on his back now. So they're giving the time to Clowney. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think Danny should get some time.
Should be getting time. The only thing is Dayron and Claxton are both stopping him. Like, sad thing is, one of those two has to go with the deadline, or else Danny Wolf is never going to get playing time because Clowney is doing really well at the 4. So one of those two has to go, or else why do we draft Danny Wolf? That's what it comes down to at that point, and then you're ruining his development. Like, these are hard decisions you have to make, and some people are getting enamored the fact that these vets are doing well right now, but they're transitional vets. These aren't your win now vets. I mean, Pod, am I right or am I right? You have 2 guys making $65 million on your cap right now.
Yeah, it's not your win now, guys. No, but it's guys that's going to help you win a game here and game there. Like I said, Claxton got something to prove. Like I said, everyone complains that Claxton not putting up points last year. Claxton putting up points, and now is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make sense.
I don't have no problem with the Brooklyn Nets as currently configured winning games if it is establishing them as who they're going to be. If it's like it could be Claxton out there. It could be MPJ out there. But throw in a Drake. Let Drake play the shooting guard. What you've seen what he can do. Let him learn the defense. He's kind of running around out there like a one-man defense, which is not the. He has to learn the system. That's his flaw right now. But how is he gonna learn just sitting on the bench watching?
He should be the starting 2 guard. This Terrence Mann stuff has to end. We've seen it for 12 games. Just end it.
Like if you win with Yegor and Drake learning situational basketball, what do you do with 2 minutes left? How do you operate the team?
Right.
What's your role in the system? You know, I think that's invaluable. Forget about the tank.
Development.
Forget about the tanking. They're not gonna tank. That's cool. I'm over it. Yeah, but if we're not gonna tank, we got to become a better developmental team. If you're not gonna get the top end talent that's just naturally gonna be good, if you're gonna be picking 7, 8, 9, 10, then
soul crushing. That is a soul crusher. If we get anything but 5 next year, it's a soul crusher.
You got to develop the guys that you're picking later.
So I think they noticed that was the problem last year, And I say again, I thought at least 22. I don't think we're gonna make it nowhere to 22 games. So that's a big difference. Now, Paul, they want them to play 30 games in the G and 30 games in the NBA. That's what he's saying. He wanted to play half and half. Whoever's down in the G play 30 games. Whoever's up here play. But Drake is the one that's gonna play majority of his games in the NBA. I don't think he's going down to the G.
Oh, he ain't never going down to the G League if he keeps his size.
Bro, they'd be foolish to send him to the G League. They gotta keep him in the NBA, bro.
Drake Powell is an NBA player. I'll say it right now on Breezy's show. Drake Powell is an NBA player. You send him to G League, this organization should take their names off the NBA list, man, at that point. You cannot do that like that.
Sean Marks, for his reputation, needs Drake Powell to hit. It's Jordy that's bucking. Like, Sean Marks needs these players to start looking better. He's never had a draft pick make NBA All-Rookie.
Yeah,
never.
So like, he needs these players to hit, and Jordy is going for self. They're not. The communication is not there. That's clear to me. That's clear.
We never should have hired Jordy till we were ready to compete as a team. That was on the front office there too.
No. I don't agree with that.
I 100% agree with that.
I do agree that the playing time for some of the guys is not where it should be. But if you got Drake and Yegor that's playing and like getting close to 20 minutes or whatever it is, that's where he should be until the other guys come along. Like they felt Danny and Trayor. See, Trayor is the one that's way behind. He started picking it up once Raph got called up and Danny got called up. He was down there by himself. He played a little bit better. So he needs the most time in the G, not in the NBA, in the G.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with him in the G. He's not physically sturdy enough to play NBA basketball. He has to, whatever's going wrong in his mind. I know that shit must have been like soul crushing, fucked him up mentally that he got drafted, in the 20s, and no, he got drafted 19 when he was supposed to be top 10 at least. And then not only that, he got drafted with a team with 3 point guards already. So
and they started Saraf over him, so that definitely punched him in the heart.
Psychologically, he need to be in the G League to just get his mind right.
Right.
Play basketball, get a lot of minutes, and learn how to play with it, with his advantages. Right now, he doesn't even know how to use his speed, and that's his gift. That's his superpower.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with him in the G. I have a problem with Danny Wolf in the G.
That should not even be happening. He should be playing right now.
I have a problem with Wolf in the G because offense is not his problem. In the G, his defense, it shows that he lacks defense. You know what I'm saying? So in the G, there's not a lot of big men, so he should be able to, get better at defense down there. So I don't mind Danny going to the G, but he should get time in the NBA as well as Clowney. But Clowney's playing good now. You know what I'm saying? He getting to the rack. He's shooting the threes. He putting the ball on the ground. He's finally getting to his second and third move. That makes a big difference for him. You know what I mean?
I watched Kalkbrenner the other night, and the only difference is they don't play at all the same. It's completely two different games. But to me, watching Kalkbrenner make mistakes, but still, like, you can see, oh shit, he might be dominant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that is
we haven't been given the opportunity to see that with Danny. Like, they're playing Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner's a second round pick. They're playing him. They're giving him a chance. They're developing him actually. And we've hidden Danny Wolf away. I don't understand. Like, why'd you take him?
So that's a different situation. It's like what you talked about before. They moved the two centers. They traded the two centers. They traded the two centers. Then they had one left. And then, you know what I'm saying, he beat the other center out. Now, he's a defensive center. He's not an offensive center. He is both, but he's more defensive. So his skills is going to show a lot more, you know what I'm saying, a lot more earlier. But Danny on offense, I think he would, for offense, for us, he would show a lot of skills. He showed a lot of skills early. But then when it comes to defense, you know what I'm saying, it's always going to be a complaint. But if you're playing with like Claxton, like you said, or you're playing with Clowney, who defense is starting to get a little better, but you know what I'm saying, to see what he looked like next to somebody, like how we know Claxton looks better next to somebody, except for Claxton's playing better now. just to try it out for a little bit and see what it looked like, I think he should get some minutes. You know what I'm saying? He should get some time.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping Nader Met falls down to the Nets at 8.
That ain't gonna happen. He's 5 or 6, I believe. 5 or 6. I don't see him falling anywhere down to 8.
Somebody said they think Nate is going to fall down and be on my TikTok. They think he's going to drop down a little bit, but I don't. I still think we're going to get a high. I'm guessing, but I think we're going to get a higher pick than what we had last time.
The only problem is, there's a lot of teams with us right now, and Boston, Pacers, Hawks. The organization, the NBA has a lot of excuses right now to not give us a top pick, unfortunately. And that's why the Nets have to be careful. You win meaningless games, you give the NBA more of a reason to give you a lesser pick than what we actually deserve, because we need real talent to build something sustainable. And we're basically giving up on a season to cash in on that. Like, we need to get an Amat, a Wilson, a Dabasa, a Boozer, a Peterson, heck, a Tunde Yasafu, who we're very high on. Like,
That's who Tunde might be there at 8.
I think he's 6 or 7. He's a really good talent.
Can't be everybody 6 or 7. Somebody's gonna fall to 8.
They got enough players there that should be there at 8. You know what I'm saying? They got enough players on the board that should be there at 8. But
we got to find a way to get a second lottery pick, man. This is crazy what came to mind. OKC has all these picks right now. Theoretically, they can't add any more talent to their team. Is there a way that we can barter with them to give up some of our Knicks picks to get their pick for next year's draft? Like, is there a way we could do that somehow?
I mean, that's the only thing we have to offer them.
Right.
But the problem is the picks that they have are going to be so good. They have way more value than any of the Knicks picks that we have.
Yeah, but they can't put a guy on a roster. Like, if there was a way we could get their Clippers pick by giving up like 2 or 3 of our Knicks picks, I'll do it. I will give up 3 of those picks to get that pick at this point, because we need talent badly.
That's why I think we have a chance at AJ Mitchell, is because they'll draft somebody and cut a few of these guys. That's an impossible dream. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me as that the Nets can get AJ Mitchell, but I would love for the Nets to get AJ Mitchell.
That's definitely a team that we got to talk with, OKC, because they literally don't have room. So, like, if they got to move picks to get more picks, we're a team that has picks. Not a lot of teams have picks to get better picks. We do. Like, that's a way. If we had a competent organization, that might get done. But yeah, it could be a dream pod. But for reality, it would save the Nets at this point if we're going to be this foolish with our pick.
I'd give them a couple of the Knicks picks for 2026.
That Clippers pick is looking like gold right now, man. I'm telling you, the Clippers are done right now.
I don't know if they're gonna trade all the second rounders, but they gotta trade at least 2 of those second rounders and try to get back into the first, at least in the late first round.
Don't we have 3 seconds in next year's draft? We can trade those too. Hey, OKC, you want some late rounders? Like, hey, there you go.
They got 3 first round picks, and 2 of them might be in the lottery.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy what Sam Presti did, man. That guy is ruthless. Like, you want to talk about ruthless? That's the guy.
Yo, I thought for sure he would take Cam Johnson.
I thought
he was Scam Johnson for real.
Yo, Presti was smart not to. I got to give Presti credit, man. You didn't buy into the BS with Johnson's numbers. I'll give him that. That's a good GM.
Fans over there still want Cam Johnson. Fans still want Cam Johnson on that team, bro.
Well, they have everything.
Yeah. It's just they can't draft the picks they have, though. Like, at least with us, we can give them picks that potentially be better. Look at the Knicks last night. They lost to Miami without Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. That roster's getting older in the next 2-3 years. OKC should definitely talk with a team like us. If John Mark's actually willing to negotiate the right way, we can actually maybe get a second lottery pick, but we'd have to be willing to give up some of those Knicks picks, which I'm willing to if you could get a second lottery pick in next year's draft, which we need. Like, we need some type of backup plan in case our pick falls out of top 5. Imagine getting picks at 6 or 9. I could live with that a little bit.
We don't have the ammunition.
We have picks, though.
They have no mistakes on there. It's not like there's a contract they want to get off. Everything has hit. They traded for Caruso. They added Hartenstein in free agency. Everything has worked exactly as it should have, and
Right.
and they're gonna win another championship. I don't know what we could offer them.
It has to be the Knicks pick. You know what? The Nuggets pick, that Nuggets 2032 pick looks really valuable as a future pick. Like maybe we give that pick up. They give us the
Yeah,
Clippers pick,
maybe.
and we can add in a late Knicks first, maybe at the very worst, like a 2028
Oh,
swap, maybe.
yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask y'all about the Thunder. Since y'all talking about it, do you think that? I mean, they did, but who's the player? You see this mistake that they made with Harden. Who's the player that they kept instead of making the same mistake to win that championship? Like, who
Oh,
was that third player that made it group? Because they were close the first time, but this time they didn't make that mistake. Remember they traded Ibaka. Instead of
Yeah,
trading Ibaka, they got Hartenstein. So they kept that big man instead of trading him to wherever. You know what I mean? So I'm
no,
just saying that to say that Thunder corrected their mistakes from missing that first NBA championship.
I don't
yo,
know if it was a player. I would just say it's Sam Presti. He learned from his mistakes. He was in the same position we were with Sean Marks. He had 3 stars. That blew up in his face. But you know what? He somehow rebounded and learned from his mistakes. That's what a great GM is from an incompetent GM that we currently have. He learned from his mistakes. Just like you just said, Breeze. He didn't, he actually kept Hartenstein by adding him. He didn't trade him away for a short-term fix to try to win a title. He actually kept him. So, he made the right moves that he didn't make previously.
everything he got had less value when he got it.
Mm.
For instance, SGA. He gets SGA. People looking at him like he was a throw-in in the draft, and people were saying that Presti got fleeced. That's one of the greatest trades ever. The Paul George trade. They
Fleece
used
of
to they used
Porsches.
to call it the Paul George trade. It's the SGA trade now
Trade a podcaster for the Clippers' whole future.
for an
I
MVP.
can't. I can't.
For an MVP,
Yep.
but I can't think of Breezy. That's a great question. I can't think of something that parallels uh, a mistake like that. But I can say that they've been, just think about all their moves. Even the draft picks that they've gotten wrong. It's not really that they gotten wrong. It's just they got other draft picks really right, and they just have a a busload of players. Remember Topic? What, that dude is gone. He was balling in summer league. He's gone. He can't play. There's too many guys.
That's why they got to move some picks. But even there were rumors that they might want to trade Shea. Thank goodness that Preston didn't do that because he's your superstar franchise guy. The Jalen Williams draft move, huge. That's his Robin.
They
Presti
were
hit
gonna
the right
let Lou Dort
moves.
go. They were gonna let Lou
Mm.
Dort go, but they kept him.
Smart because he still gives you top defense. Him and Caruso together are a cheat code of defense. You
Yeah,
have
their
extra on
defense
top
is
of
great.
extra. They are in a great position. They are in a position that not many franchises in any sport wish they could be in something like that. You could win a title, rebuild if you ever feel like you have to, or build a new dynasty. They are literally playing with house money on house money. And the Clippers, man, that roster's dead as a doozer right now. They literally have nothing besides James Harden at
Right.
36, barely keeping them above water. And OKC could win a title and have a top 10 pick. Insane.
That's such a great team to bring up because it's the two different models. One
True.
is getting it out of the draft, right? And making good. They made one good trade, well, two good trades. I think the Giddy trade was good trade for them and Chicago. Look at that. Giddy's going to be an all-star this year, so Chicago got the benefit, and they got the one of the best perimeter defenders in the league in Caruso. So everybody won in that trade.
They had to give up a single pick to get Caruso, which is even wow. You kept all 15 of your picks, and you got extra on top of that in a top defender.
If you look
It's insane.
if you look at what the Clippers did, and I would say the Sixers did something similar, but because they drafted well and they developed Maxey, if the Sixers were a dumb team, Maxey would be a Brooklyn Net.
We could have drafted Tyrese Maxey, but we traded that pick for Landry
No, but in
Shamet.
the Harden trade, if Morey was dumb, he would have traded the Brooklyn Nets Maxey. That was the sticking point. Maxey was the sticking point.
That should have been
They refused to include Maxey in it, and then KD got involved, and then all these people started talking. They didn't want. They said everybody said they was just gonna hope for the best with Ben Simmons medicals.
Ugh.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
If he was a bad GM, he would have gotten he would have lost Maxey, but he kept Maxey. That saved this team. Then he tanked. The moment they looked at that, Embiid was like, yo, Embiid is never gonna be Embiid again. Tanked. And now they got VJ. They developed the shit out of this kid, McCain. Yo,
if we had those guards right now, we were rebuilding. We're ahead of schedule, and then we're getting a top pick the following year. Like this is like hottest talking about the models. Look at the models; they speak for themselves. We could have been where the Clippers were if we, did keep our stars that were unhappy. Man, we'd be in a worse position right now. So maybe we did make the right move off them, but it should have been after one last dance against Boston. If James Harden stays and we win a title, we let him go for an offer following summer, but we didn't. We let him go for Ben Simmons. This is a sick thing. Sean Marks took better care of Ben Simmons than he's taken care of Cam Thomas the last 4 years. Let that sink in. Disgusting.
How do you fumble an asset like Cam Thomas?
Easy. That's easy. Because when you get superstars, your eyes sometimes don't be as open as it should be. You know what I mean? And even though we see Cam improving and doing stuff like that, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like it don't add up to them, and like that happens to a few GMs and a few owners. They let players go and regret it. You know what I mean? Regret it later.
They are
they missed Bruce Brown. They didn't sign Bruce Brown. A lot of good players they could have re-signed that they didn't re-sign, bro. It's not just Cam Thomas. It's a consistent mistake that they keep doing. Like the logic to them not signing Bruce Brown is crazy, bro. Yep. Bruce Brown said they didn't even call me. Bruce Brown was at the game with Joe Tsai and Wolf and his wife.
Yeah.
How Sean Marks ain't call him?
So Bruce, he said somebody didn't want him back on the team. He think it was KD didn't want him back, so that's why they didn't call him back.
If you're the GM, are you fully going to buy everything your superstar tells you? You actually say, you know what? I know you and Bruce like each other, but how about we have a lunch together? Let's see if we can sort this out like gentlemen. If not, let him go. But not even a phone call to your best defender. Listen, Bruce Brown developed insanely on our team. Guy who could hit a three-point shot, knocking down threes towards the end of his tenure with us. Like, that was a guy you needed to keep, your Swiss Army knife. But no, we got to save Patty Mills, who was burnt out by the time he finished his 1 year with us.
Yeah,
like
but
horrible.
You do listen to your superstars. Most GMs listen to they big stars or who they want. LeBron, sometimes KD, Kawhi. Those
Milwaukee got Giannis brothers on the team.
You say what?
I said Milwaukee got Giannis brothers on the team.
Yeah, he got both brothers on the team.
Oh, Bucks are cooked, man. Giannis out with a groin strain. They are cooked.
So, you know what I mean? You do listen to your superstars a lot more than what you think because, like I said, Kawhi was the reason why SGA got traded. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's facts.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's Kawhi's hometown. And that's Paul George's hometown. And so I get it, but they missed out on a championship like that.
It was short-sighted.
Yeah, no.
That's the thing that I keep saying about Jordy. He's short-sighted.
Right.
He's too about right now. Right now don't matter. You're supposed to have a vision for the future.
Bingo.
Look around the league and say, yo, how am I gonna beat the Spurs in a 7-game series? If you really about championships, if you really building towards championship, You can't tell me as a coach you looking at the talent on your team and thinking I could go 7 with OKC. I could go 7-game series against the Detroit Pistons. That's not possible with the talent that we have. So
this roster could barely get through 2 quarters in a 7-game series against a team like that.
You have to go get the talent. The NBA is building super teams now. Some of them are young, but when they hit that 3rd year, 4th year, like the Pistons are, Cade and Duran looking like Penny and Shaq out there, yo.
Facts.
Yeah, no, facts. I seen the highlights. I ain't watched the game, but he was doing. I didn't even know he could dribble like that. He got a little bit of handle.
Yep. He's a powerhouse. And
but Detroit has his real culture and real young talent. Like, we can't copy anybody. We got to do this Brooklyn way. We're not.
Ice, you the coach of the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
And the owner tells you, I need you to get me to a championship by the 4th year. And you look in your locker room, right? Knowing what's in the league. I'm not saying can they be good. I'm not saying are they an above average player. I'm not saying any of those. I'm saying can win a championship, can beat the teams that are balling right now and win a championship. You look in your locker room. Tell me what you're thinking. What's your next move?
My next move, right? Build a championship first. I gotta make some room. You said 4 years. This is the 1st year, so I gotta decide, make a decision on Clax and Darren, not 1 and 2. You know what I mean? But those 2, and I gotta make a decision on about basically the older players and what older players do I want to bring back? Who I think I gotta keep, and then from there I gotta see out of the rookies like Drake right now and Danny. Do I think those 2 are the most ready that I could utilize at this time to you know what I'm saying, get them where they need to be in 4 years? Yeah, because 3 years is where you find out where a rookie is at, you know what I'm saying, in that time. So in that time, the team will be changing a lot. You'll find a little piece here, a little piece there. And then you gotta be looking at other people's rosters to see, you know, like you say, AJ Mitchell, who is gonna come available that you think you can plug and play, or you think that's would be good for your team. Just like Jonathan Kuminga, if you thought you can move Claxton and get Jonathan or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Another young player to add on to your draft pick next year. And then you keep, because I know Jordy wants to keep a young team, but I don't think he has the, like you said, I don't think he has all the pieces he want right now to do that. But that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Start moving the older pieces like Claxton and Darren and see if I could find a Cockbrenner, you know what I mean? Something like that, and go from there. But then you still need some veterans, you know what I mean? You still need, if you can't have 2 superstars drafted, then you would trade for one. Once you get the rest of your team in your 3rd year, you would start trying to find a superstar to add into that.
See, next summer is the sense to go after those type of vets, not this year. Like, you got to move some of these vets as soon as the 7-15 rolls around the corner, or else you ruin you risk losing your top lottery pick. Like, you would get the 7th pick, but these vets are gone in a year. But Ice, you make so many valid points. Like, you have to move the pieces around to push your young guys forward. But right now, you have these fake roadblocks in front of them, and it's not making them better. And these vets' values aren't getting crazily better. Besides Nick Claxton, what other vet on this team is getting you a 1st-round pick right now? MPJ, the only way you get a 1st-round pick is if you trade him to Portland for Jeremy Grant and a pick.
Nick Claxton can't get you a 1st-round pick.
Really?
He might.
I don't know, Pod. I mean, he's your only best option right now to get a 1st-round pick. Nobody else is fetching that.
MPJ, I don't know if he keeps playing like this, he might be able to get you a 1st.
Hell no.
For Jeremy Grant, on salary, but who else can match the salary?
I don't know. But you don't think MPJ, if he's averaging 30, you don't think he could get you a 1st?
If Portland was willing to give us Grant in a first, but nobody else has salaries to match MPJ's, that's what it would come down to. Not us getting a first round pick for him, but who's going to give us a bad salary for him?
So you think it's just a player trade or player in a second round pick or something like that?
Yeah, like we had to give up a second round.
It's so big, it would need a couple of players to move him.
Yeah. And that would ruin our cap space flexibility at the same time. Like you'd have to do a 1-for-1 essentially, where the money's similar and it doesn't ruin our cap space of flexibility. But that's hard to find right now because a lot of teams are semi-tanking right now.
Yeah.
But Claxton, I disagree with Pod. I think if a team like Boston or maybe Lakers, if they want an extra center on top of Ayton, maybe they're willing to give up a late first that they don't need or something like that. But the options definitely are slim. I'll give you that. Like a lot of teams that could trade for Claxton, they're tanking right now, so that makes it tough too.
And you can't move Claxton even at 20 mil. His contract is going downwards. Even at 20 mil, that's too much for Claxton.
Yeah.
If Cam Thomas is 14 mil, Claxton is not 20 mil.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He never should have gotten that 24, 25 mil out salary. I'll tell you that much.
I know fans is interested in Claxton. I don't know if teams are interested. They should be interested in Claxton anyway. A few teams should be interested in Claxton. So I don't know salary. He might be able to get moved. But I did see that the Nets are not trying to move him unless they get a good offer for him.
This is exactly like with the Cam Johnson situation last year. Guy had his highest value. We didn't trade him. If Claxton has his highest value and we don't do that, we trade him next summer for a late 2040 pick.
No,
Claxton we're literally repeating history.
Claxton high value was 2 years ago. He don't got no value no more.
Oh no, I agree that his value is nothing where it used to be, but he's playing good right now, and you got to get the best decent return possible, or else we're stuck in a Cam Johnson situation again, where only teams want to give us a pick that's 10 years away, which is just a waste at that point.
Yeah, he is playing well. He is playing better, so his value should be going up if he continues to play like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for him to lose value if he's putting up 18 points and he was only putting up 11 or 12. So you know what I'm saying? It got to move up somewhere.
His value was when the other team could have decided how much they want to pay him. Once the Nets paid him, he became a guy that's not, because it happened at the wrong time. It happened at the year before when teams hadn't really felt the effects of the new CBA. Now with the new CBA, that cap money is different. You know what I mean? Like you can't you go over the apron, you're paying a couple $100 million over what your natural salaries are. You go over the second apron. Now you're talking about you might have to go years above the second apron.
Would you be willing to trade Claxton for Vucevic and a first-round pick from the Bulls? I mean, they're a team that doesn't want to tank whatsoever. I mean, that's actually a great deal for us. We get rid of $25 million, and we get expiring contract and a pick. That could work.
That's the best idea I've heard. Who came up with that?
Me and everybody else.
So hold on. Let me ask y'all this: how y'all got MPJ in the fold, regardless of what we draft next year? Because based on what I've seen, he could be a strong 2 option. He definitely a 3, but I don't know if I want him at the 1. But I definitely got him at 2 or 3 option.
He's a 3rd or 4th option at the very worst, because I know some people really like the stats he's doing, but this guy misses a lot of shots too. He's no second option. The guy's had 3 back surgeries. As a 3rd or 4th option, making a $20 million salary, I'm there with you. But this guy wants 25, 26 to be our 2nd, 3rd option. Sean Marks, just get the hell out of Brooklyn. Like, this guy is no second option, man, respectfully. He's a 3rd or 4th at the very worst.
I like MPJ. There's 2 things that go along with that. Is that people doubted what he could do, and now he's showing you what he can do, and it's still doubting, saying, like, you know what I mean? Like he's not a.
I'm with you, Ike. I'm with you because everybody was saying, "Oh, we getting back the same player from MPJ and Cam Johnson." That's not true, bro.
I said
Cam
that.
Johnson is not a scorer the way that MPJ is a scorer, and he's not a shooter the way he's a shooter.
Yeah,
MPJ is a better rebounder than Cam Johnson and a better scorer than Cam Johnson.
People were saying, "Oh, you hate Cam Johnson. That's why you saying that, Pod." I was like, "Nah, Cam Johnson is nowhere near the same player as Michael Porter Jr. They're not
yeah.
even the same pedigree, not the same class,
So
Dude is a
not
scam job,
nothing."
So
bro.
yeah, so y'all was right about that because I said they were the same player, but I
You
still
did say
think
that.
I did, and it's just that they do opposite things. You know what I mean? They do things differently. One is a better passer, one is a better defender, one is a better rebounder. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
nah. I'll give you the defense because I mean but that's the low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like Cam Johnson no stellar defender. Know what I
No,
mean? It's
Oh,
no,
just
he ain't no solid
MPJ ain't got no
defender.
defense for real.
yeah. So I thought they
He's
was
a
better,
three
but
without defense.
so yeah, now, but his scoring, I thought he would average 22, and he gonna end up passing that. He does miss a lot of shots, John, but he's still averaging almost like 50% from the field. You know what I'm saying? And
He's
shooting
doing
40,
he's
41% from three. Like,
he's doing fine as a temporary option, but I agree with what the Leafs said. We have to stop disguising third or fourth options as top 2 or 1 options. If the Nets want to bring this guy back in 2 years on a 2 year, $20 million salary to be a third or fourth option, okay, but don't overpay the guy. Like, he's getting older, he's considering retirement. Like, you have to remember he's a decent role guy, but this guy is not going to be your second or first guy whatsoever. So I hope if he keeps doing this, keep your value up in case we do decide to move on for you, or bring you back as on a cheaper deal to be a third or fourth guy. Like that
Yo,
could
I
work. It's just
Yeah,
don't
nah.
overpay
I
the
think
guy.
I
That's
don't
MPJ.
all.
think we're gonna be able to pay him as a fourth guy. And I don't think that the NBA, like the teams, they're gonna let him just to be he got championship pedigree, bro. And at the end of the day, from what he averaged last year, 17, to what he averaging this year, 27, not gonna hold you. Dylan was the first person that I heard say this, but he could get the most improved player if he keep this up. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's a 10-point jump. It's the same argument I made for Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, he went from averaging, I think, 14 or something like that to 24. My point was is that it was a 10-point jump from season to season. If MPJ do the same thing, he at least got to get some votes. Like, even if he don't get the nod and become the actual MIP, bro, they got to look his way because those numbers are obvious. Excuse me, especially with him being a facilitator in Jordy Fernandez offense. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, Jordy Fernandez was on the Nuggets with MPJ. We always talk about Jokic and how he was there, but trust me, I'm pretty sure he has something to do with MPJ as a 3-point shooter too. If anybody was telling MPJ to shoot the ball, it was probably Jordy Fernandez. So you know what I mean? I don't want to say that he's a fourth option. I'll give him third or second option. But
yeah,
more, but
I'm only going no lower
I'll
than
agree
third.
with you. I'll agree with you at 3, but I won't call him a 4. And you could talk me off saying that he a second option, but I think he a strong 3 for sure.
Let's all agree he's a third option. Like he'll be a Chris Middleton for us at this stage of his career if he did
yeah,
stay after 2 years, which I'd
yeah.
be
And
fine with at that
like
point.
we don't have to imagine when he was a younger, more physically able player. He played on the Denver Nuggets, a championship team, and he was the 3-4. Sometimes Aaron Gordon was the third player. Sometimes he was the third player. Most of the time it was Aaron Gordon, especially on defense. Aaron Gordon is their defensive anchor. Like they need him. And we know they need him because look who got traded. So I would say he was a fourth at in Denver. So that tells us what he is.
Right,
We don't have to
right,
imagine.
right.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
yeah, yeah.
mean,
So he is a 3. He is a 304. It depends
yeah,
on
but
how you.
every roster ain't the same, bro. And the way the Nets roster look, he definitely wouldn't be no fourth option.
Well, this is
I
not a
can't see 3
championship
guys
roster
taking more
though.
shots than MPJ. I'll give you the new draft pick if we get it in 2026. In my opinion, hopefully Cam Thomas and him they would be 3. But if it ain't Cam Thomas, you would have to get a second shot creator. This team isn't going to be good with even with Drake Powell taking that next step. Him being a shot creator, it's kind of like I look at I do kind of contrast Drake Powell to what's his name that's on the 76ers, the one that just got drafted in
Exum.
third pick. Yeah, I kind of I see the similarities and the intangibles and the deflections and playing the extra defense, going for the loose balls. I see that, but I see VJ getting way more aggressive on the offensive end than Drake Powell. Way more confident. He got way more opportunity, way more minutes. You know what I'm
The
saying? They give
the
him the look. They
development
giving
is
him
different.
way
J-
different. Bro.
Drake has better size, longer wingspan, higher vertical numbers, but he was not empowered in college. Now, seeing him in the pros, seeing him play defense, not knowing not knowing what to do, like I'm seeing he doesn't understand where he has to be all the time on the defense. But when he's playing point of attack, one-on-one defense, even with the best players in the league, he's
It's really
clamping
good.
he's clamping them up. We're seeing it,
Right.
right? But the best defense that's being played against Drake Powell is Jordy Fernandez. He doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
And
Nah.
he don't play him in the fourth quarter at all. And meanwhile, Edgecombe is getting 30.2 minutes a game, and Drake is getting 20. That's that's the
Nasty.
difference. That's the ball game right there.
That's all right for now. 20 minutes is all right for now. Like we went over, Ace is getting 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Ace been playing better since he came back from the injury. But 20 minutes is fine for the moment. Jordy, like I said, Jordy's still trying to figure something out with this team to try to get it running in a certain way, and then he can plug and play his rookies. That's what it looks like to me. And Terrence Mann, by the way, was running point guard for the Clippers, so he can run a little bit of point guard. He's not the best point guard, but he
He's
can
a bench guy.
run a
He is
little.
no starting point guard,
Y'all
man.
y'all see my Avi?
What's that?
My Avi is Pep Guardiola.
Oh my
This is this
gosh.
this is who Jordy think he is. You're not no champion like Pep Guardiola. You
Yo, it
not
looks like Jordy aged like 20, 30 years, bro.
he think he
Oh
Pep
man,
Guardiola. You're not Pep Guardiola, Jordy.
yo, who is
That's
Wow.
this
not who
guy,
you
man? I
are.
don't even know who that guy is. Man. I thought that was
He,
Jordy Fernandez. He looked like a stressed out Jordy Fernandez. Man.
he,
Yeah,
he the he's the former manager of Barcelona. He's from Barcelona, like Jordy,
Okay.
but he's like a famous European football coach, and he's won a lot of championships. But Jordy dresses just like him, ball head just like him, talk just like him. It's hilarious. You have to know Pep Guardiola.
yeah,
Now he's at Man City. He keep winning championships there too.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But I still think Jordy do a decent job, man. I know y'all don't agree with the time for the rookies, but I still think he do a decent job at trying to figure out because it's like once you say something bad about Martin, then Martin has a good game. Once you say something bad about Terrence Mann, then Terrence Mann has a good game. Once you say something bad about Claxton, then Claxton is playing great. You know what I mean? A lot of things are changing in the better, and he still gets looked down upon because of his way of operating. But I do think he has a strategy in chasing all that. Like I don't know how he's going to do it, how he's going to work them in. But Drake, and Jaeger looks to seem to be the best that he has the most confidence in right now. You know what I'm saying? Two player.
You know, you got Tyrese Martin.
Yeah.
He's a decent bench piece for us, but I just feel like Jordy put him in a bad light with the base because they never want to see him start point guard in a game. Jordy did that, and now he's making Martin be a top bench guy. When if we were a 10 team, he's a third string for us, which isn't bad whatsoever. Ice, but it's like you're putting him over your rookies, man. You're forcing the Brooklyn base to have flack for Tyrese Martin when they shouldn't have flack for the guy. The guy's
No,
a good journeyman for us potentially,
no,
but
you
he's no
should though.
top bench piece.
You should though, because like I keep saying, that goes in. Even though Reese is older, that still goes to show that Jordy, no matter the age, he can help someone to play better. He can give you the confidence to do better. Reese might be a guy that gets moved. You know what I'm saying? Because he does
I
play well, he does shoot well at times, and he
I
What
could
just
though?
want
move
to
to it. He
I
could
just
move
want to
to the
make a
position.
Hold
disclaimer.
on. Yeah, hold on. I got to end it. I said something good about Jordy Fernandez.
Let, let- Let me just put out a disclaimer. I don't agree with none of that.
Yeah, look, shout to Johnny Fernandez to the chat. Shout to the
Fake
whole
ass Pep Guardiola. Later, fam.
yeah, shout to PT.
Have a good one,
I
guys.
really am enthusiastic about redoing this book review with you. Just let me know. Shout to everything Brooklyn Nets job for joining the panel. Shout to Ice. He heavy on TikTok. He on YouTube as well. Y'all can follow his content at the tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's the fans. We gonna be back. I don't know if the Brooklyn Nets get Darren Peterson at number one. I don't even know if we get number one. But we gonna be talking about it all year, man. And again, I appreciate y'all. Like share, creme de la creme run, tell a Nets fan friend. We're gonna be back with for the recap later tonight, y'all.
Yeah.